going on, Jerome's? Today's installment of the Kirk Cousins contract drama, and now you're starting to hear leaks through the insiders. That means that gears are churning and things are moving, and the Vikings hurtling towards free agency. Kirk's contract going to be voided. Is he going to be going somewhere else? Who knows? Like next time we're gonna have a graphic as the Kirko turns. The daily soap opera. Fantastic, man. But of course, Kirk Cousins and Kevin O'Connell have done great things here with the Minnesota Vikings. 13 wins, 13-4, wanting some more, won the division 2022. And frankly, I mean, last year Kirk was playing at an extremely high level. 0-3, 1-4. Look up Kirk's numbers in those games, and also look how many drops he had, how many fumbles there were, how many times he got stepped on by Ed Ingram. Once, but. Neither here nor there. But Kirk Cousins was playing at a high level last year before he popped his Achilles. But question is, what's going to be the future of Kirko? Is he going to be in purple? Is he going to be elsewhere? Who knows? And Spot Rack estimates his market value at $39.6 million per year. And I think, frankly, that's a little bit low in terms of just in a vacuum how well he has played in recent years. Yes, he is going to be 36. Yes, he's off a torn Achilles and blah, 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 all that stuff. But will he get paid in free agency? Now, I do think that the Falcons is the most likely spot if Kirk leaves. I think a dark horse like the Broncos could get in there. Maybe the Patriots, maybe Washington. Who knows? Reportedly, the Steelers are out. And for that reason, they're out. Who knows, man? But, you know, BREER has done some really good work on the Kirk Cousins situation. So 2 weeks ago in February, he did say, for what it's worth, the Vikings did touch base with Cousins camp last week as they got their pre-combine meetings going. In Indianapolis, everyone was there, and I'm sure that things were talked about. And today, this is what he wrote about Kirko and the Vikings. On the veteran front, all eyes on Cousins. That much was clear after my week in Indianapolis, and it's because even at 35 and coming off a torn Achilles, Cousins is seen as the easiest way for a team to quickly fill a quarterback hole and keep a plug for the next few years. Oh, so when Kirk is on the Vikings, Kirk is just a garbage time stat stuffing loser quarterback who's never going to win anything with the Vikings, but all of a sudden, praise Jesus, he is the greatest free agent quarterback since Peyton Manning. It's so stupid. It's so stupid and hypocritical and transparent the way that the media is approaching this Kirk Cousins thing. But nah, I'll start by saying it's my belief that the Minnesota Vikings want to keep Cousins, and by that I mean in particular the Minnesota coaching staff, so Kevin O'Connell and company. Naturally, the next question from there would be why then a new deal isn't done already, and the negotiation of last offseason really tells the tale. In exploring an extension, the Vikings didn't want to guarantee money past 2024. As Cousins saw it, he would have just been getting an extra 1 year assured, while potentially signing the rest of his career away to be the Vikings in non-guaranteed years he'd be agreeing to. Yes, that's exactly what they were going for, and that's exactly their stance hasn't changed from last offseason to this offseason. And the Vikings, they're very wary. They don't want to be holding the bag of manure if Father Time catches up with Kirk Cousins. And also, I mean, he came off his first significant injury of his career last year. So things haven't changed from this last offseason to this offseason. The Vikings want to go year by year. Cousins wants guarantees in future years. That's what it is. The divide on that illustrates where the negotiation has been. Yes, I just said that. Yes, Minnesota wants to keep Cousins, but it's made pretty clear that it won't be on a fully guaranteed deal for more than a couple of years. Remember, the fully guaranteed contracts, the 3 for 84, 2 for 66, were with Spielman. And this is a new regime with Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell. To each side's credit, that hasn't drawn any sort of a wedge between the quarterback and his team. So it's not like there isn't some irreconcilable issue here if everyone can make the finances work. And basically the way that the finances would work is if the Falcons go in a different direction and Kirk can't get the money that he's looking for. That's what it's going to come down to, because I don't see the Vikings just giving in and giving him like a 2 or 3 year fully guaranteed deal. I just don't see that with this regime. Regardless of who ends up bidding, history tells us that the structure of the contract will be important to Cousins, and maybe more so than just the money. He's going to want the deal he signs to reflect the commitment of a team is making to him as a starter. It's why he turned down for what? Turned down more to go for the fully guaranteed deal in Minnesota in 2018, along with the Vikings' position as a contender. It could well chart the course for 2024. And also, it does jive with the reports that Cousins was willing to take a little bit less in a extension if it meant that there would be guaranteed money in year 2 of the contract and potentially year 3, right? But the Vikings decided to balk at that. And again, that's currently where we're at right now, because BREER's just confirming what we've been saying about reading the tea leaves, where I don't think that the Vikings are going to bend on this, and I think that ownership is fine. I think they're behind Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell on this, and yeah, I do think that Kevin O'Connell, and probably Josh McCown and Wes Phillips, does want Kirk Cousins back because they believe that he will give them the best chance to win games. Even more than a bridge quarterback, obviously, as well as probably more than a rookie who may take some time to get going, because not every rookie quarterback can be C.J. Stroud, right? But with the rookie quarterback starting, like, would it be a small step back to take a leap forward? You can make that argument. Or would they want their cake and eat it too and have their starter for the next couple of seasons draft their future quarterback, a la what the stupid greasy grandma Green Bay Packers did with Favre and Rodgers, and then Rodgers and Jordan Love, and then you can hit the ground running in 2025 or 2026 with the quarterback that you drafted. Have him sit and marinate for a year. But I don't think things have changed. I mean, guarantees. Kirk wants guarantees beyond this year and could give a break on average per season. So instead of a 3-year deal for $50 million per season, but all the guaranteed money is in the signing bonus and in the first season, would he take a 2-year $40 million guaranteed deal with $60 million guaranteed, where it's 40 and 20? Potentially. I think it could. Vikings want, guaranteed 2024 only. They want to go year to year with this thing because they want options. Because if they draft so obviously free agency comes before the quarterback, but they know that they're in a good position to find their quarterback of the future because they pick at 11, as well as they could move up, and this is a deep-ass quarterback class. But if they ink up Kirk Cousins for 2 years fully guaranteed, that really does preclude the Vikings, if the new quarterback is ready, from potentially getting him on the field. I mean, the quarterback could be ready this year, the quarterback could be ready next year, but do they necessarily want to wait until 2026 to get the guy on the field, burning up 2 years of what is the best competitive advantage in the NFL right now, having your starting quarterback on his rookie contract? Would they want to do that? Or do they want that flexibility of, hey, maybe they'll give a 2-year deal, but there's only 1 year guaranteed. And hey, we'll play you this year, and if you have a fall off and the kid is ready to go, we can get out from underneath the contract and move on with life in 2025. Kirk obviously does not want that. So it's a classic showdown between what the team wants and what the player wants. And I think the only way that there will be movement on this is if he gets major money in the open free agency market, because I don't think that Kirk would sign a similar contract just to leave. Like, I don't think the juice would be worth the squeeze there. Or Cousins, Falcons go a different direction. Maybe the Broncos do. Washington obviously has number 2. New England has number 3, and Vegas, maybe they are completely out, right? And just like the Steelers are reportedly are out. So maybe it's a spot where Cousins is playing musical chairs and he is left out once that music stops, and then he comes crawling back to you. And then the Vikings, who already have big time leverage, because your greatest leverage in negotiations is walking away from the table. I think the Vikings are truly in take it or leave it mode. And if Cousins doesn't get what he wants in the open free agency market, that increases the leverage even more. Like, do the Vikings get him? Say the Vikings offer, just spitballing here, is 1 year, $40 million fully guaranteed, just for ease of math. But if Cousins can't get anything comparable on the market, maybe they pull that deal and just like, okay, the price is now $30 million fully guaranteed 2024. Take it or leave it. So, Kwesi could get gangster on this spot, which would be great, because Cousins and his agent, Mike McCartney, have been financial gangsters for years. For years, man. And they could get got in this spot, because I think the Vikings have a lot of leverage here. But your thoughts are thoughts. Burt Breer, reportedly, the Vikings, they want Cousins back, but there's a divide in negotiations, backing up what we've been saying for a while. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.